Hello dear student, how are you? Fine? Okay, I hope you are fine and healthy. Okay. So today in this video we will continue chapter 3rd, that is noun, and in that chapter we will cover the last topic of the chapter, that is case. Okay. I hope you have revised all your topics that we have done already. Okay. So here we will discuss about the case of a noun. Okay. So if it talks about the types of the case, so we can say that there are 5 types of the case of a noun. Is that clear? I mean to say we can represent a noun in 5 ways. Is that clear? That is known as case. How many ways we can represent a noun? That is called a case. So we can represent a noun in 5 ways. Okay. So let's see what are the 5 ways of the noun. Okay. Let's see. So here I have mentioned only 3. Okay. So let's see. The first one, nominative case. Second one, objective case. Third one, dative case. And the fourth one, vocative case. And the fifth one, possessive case. Is it clear? So these 2 cases we will discuss after that, the third that we have written on the board. Okay. So just you have to remind that there are 5 types of the case of a noun: nominative case, objective case, dative case, vocative case, and the last one, possessive case. Okay. So without wasting time, let's continue the topic. The first one, nominative case. Okay, let's see. Dear student, the nominative case is also known as subjective case. Is that clear? Nominative case also called subjective case. Okay. So what is nominative case? Now I think it is clear, because nominative case is known as subjective case. That is why it is now very clear. So what is subjective case here? What is a nominative case? Okay. So a noun or a pronoun, okay, are you getting me? When a noun or a pronoun is used as the subject of the verb, it is known as the nominative case of the noun. Is that clear? Let's see example. Vikas bought a new mobile. Okay. So listen here. I have told you already about the subject. Okay. Subject always give the answer of who, and the subject is the doer of the work. Is that clear? So 2 things remember about the subject. The first one, subject always give the action of subject always give the answer of who, and subject always is the performer or doer of the verb. Is that clear? Okay. So in that sentence, what action have done? That is bought. Okay. And who is the performer of that action? So we get answer, who bought a new mobile? So we will get answer, Vikas bought a new mobile. So see, because is the subject, that is the verb, and because is the subject. Okay. So this is a noun and this is the subjective case or nominative case. Is that clear? In second sentence, what the action have done? To make sandwich. Who makes sandwich? Mother. So mother is the subject of the sentence and it is the nominative case. Is that clear? Okay. Now see, next one, you don't need to write these all things, just to make you understand I have wrote these things. Okay. Don't mention those things. Now see here, second type is objective case. You know very well object. So that is objective case. So the definition is very clear. When a noun or a pronoun is used at the place of object. Okay, when a noun or a pronoun is used as the object of the verb, that is known objective case. Okay, so let's see. Monica wrote a letter. Okay, Monica wrote a letter. So in that sentence, wrote is a verb. Okay, and I have told you already about the object, that object are two types, that is direct object and the second one indirect object. Direct object always give the answer of what, and indirect object always give the answer of to whom. Okay, and I have told you already that direct object always will be lifeless object. What will be? Lifeless object, and indirect object will be only person. These all things we have discussed already. Okay, so you need not to write these things, just to make you revise. Okay, I have wrote these things. Okay, so listen. Monica wrote a letter. What wrote? We will get answer a letter. Okay, so here letter is a noun and that is the objective case of the noun. Second one, Shreya loves tea. Shreya loves tea. Shreya loves what? So we'll get answer tea. So tea also is a noun and that is the nominative case. Is that clear? Okay, so I hope you have understood very well about the subjective case and nominative case. Okay, now see the third one, dative case. Okay, dative case. So listen, when a noun or pronoun is used as the, listen here, as the indirect object. Okay, above we are asking direct, we are asking the object, and here we are asking about the indirect object. When a noun or a pronoun is used as the indirect object of the verb, that is known as dative case of the noun. Is that clear? And I have told you already that indirect object always give the answer of to whom, and it always will be a person, living being. Okay, so just see example. He wrote a letter to his father. Okay, so I give you a chance to write. Okay, note that. Okay students, sorry for disturb. Now see, dative case I have told you already, when a noun or a pronoun is used as the indirect object of the verb, that is called dative case. Let's see example. He wrote a letter to his father. Okay, now see here, a letter is a direct object, and see, to his father. Whom wrote a letter? His father. So here his father is a indirect object. Is that clear? And that is the dative case. Are you getting me? So you will underline just the word his father. Mitra bought a gift for Priya. So here Mitra bought, what bought? A gift. So that is a direct object. To whom? To whom bought? For whom bought? So we will get answer Priya. So Priya is a indirect object, and this is the dative case. Is that clear? So I hope you have understood very well about these three cases of the noun. Okay, So I give you 2 minutes to note down these things, but don't note these things because these are only to remind I have wrote. Okay, so just revise 2 minutes. Okay students, so let's see the last two cases of the noun. Vocative case. Okay, what is vocative case? When the noun is the name of person being addressed, it is said to be in a vocative case. Vocative case means when we address, when we call any person. Okay, when we address any person, that is known as the vocative case. You have noticed many times when any person give any speech, okay, he address like gentleman, dear friends, okay, mitro. So these things are known as a vocative case. Okay, so just see example, Neha, come here. So you are addressing Neha. Suppose that I call you Supriya, come here. So I am addressing Supriya. Okay, so here Neha is used as the vocative case of the sentence of the verb. Rohan, why did not you come to school yesterday? So here I am addressing Rohan. So Rohan is the vocative case of the sentence. Is it clear? So vocative case always addressed a person. Is it clear? Okay, now see the most important, possessive case. That is very important. What is a possessive case? I have told you already. Possessive case, so possession. Okay, possessive case means to have. Okay, so we can say that when a noun shows ownership or possession, it is called possessive case. Okay, possessive case shows ownership or possession. Okay, is it clear? And one more thing about the possessive case. Possessive case always gives answer of whose. Okay, it always give answer of whose. Okay, just say example, this is Ram's book. Whose book? Ram's book. Ram is the owner of this book. So here just see Ram's book. That is the possessive case. Okay, Aman's father is a doctor. Whose father? Aman's father. So just see here, that is a possessive case. In possessive case, we use apostrophe s. Are you getting me? We use apostrophe s in possessive case. And one more thing about possessive case. Okay, noun plus possessive case plus possession, that is the formation of a possessive case. And listen, that noun must be living. Okay, living being. That noun must be living being. It cannot be non-living thing, lifeless thing. Okay, suppose that I have example, Ram's brother. Okay, so just see, Ram is a living person, and to show possessive we use apostrophe s, and that is a possession to whom we are. Okay, to show possession, brother. So that is the correct. But suppose that we have some example other. Suppose that table's leg. Just tell me whether the sentence is correct or not. This sentence is not correct because the noun that show possession must be living being, and here table is not living being. So that sentence is not correct. So how can we correct that sentence? So if the noun that show possession is lifeless object. Okay, lifeless object. In that case, possession will come first, and after that we use of, and at last we use noun. That formation we use. Is that clear? So when we write that one, we will write possession. So what is the possession? Leg. So we will write here leg, then of, and then noun. Noun is a table. So we will write here leg of table. That is a